let's get into today's video. Let's see what you got this year. Our neighbors were kind of stingy this year, huh? Yeah, I could tell. Alright, well, let's make sure that all of your candy is safe, because my sister will literally kill me if I just give you this candy straight as it is. I'm just checking for things like needles or anything just out of the ordinary, or like candy wrappers that are already open, that sort of thing. Wow, in the years that I've checked it, I've only got one or two like candies that are actually open, but it's just a good idea to check. You just never know. Junior caramels. What kind of off-brand thing is this? I bet that was from Karen across the street. I'd bet my money on it that this is from Karen across the street. That would not surprise me in the slightest. Okay. Oh, Smarties. These are such an old candy, but honestly such a good candy. And these can make a real quick costume in a pinch if you don't have like a Halloween costume and you have a party to go to, which you won't need to worry about for several years. But you can always tape a bunch of these to your pants and boom, your Smarties pants or Smarty pants. Get it? Well, you're a little old, but you're young, not old, but still. Some more dots. Man, did no one give out like chocolate this year? Ah, here we go. Three Musketeers. And it says just right. Just right. Man, I miss the days when they This one actually has a little tear in it. I don't know, can you see? Can you see that little tear? But it looks like it's still sealed. You know what? Better to be safe than sorry. Let me just... Okay. Hey. I'm making sure it's safe for you. No. This is no good. You don't want this. You wouldn't like it anyways. Anyways. Charleston Chews. Interesting. So, did you have a good Halloween? I know everyone loved your costume. So why do you look sad? You're bummed that Halloween is over. Nah, this is the best part of Halloween, trust me. Why? Well, this is the point where you get to eat some candy. No, I'm not giving you the whole bag. My sister would literally end my life if I gave you the entire bag of Halloween candy. Besides, I have to check over the rest of it still. But let me just hang that up there real quick. You can eat some of that candy. And I can tell you one of my favorite ghost stories to keep the spooky and time again. And every time it gets told, it changes and it molds and it grows. But the root of the story stays the very same. So one night, on a dark and stormy evening, a young, newly married couple goes into a hotel. While they are in the hotel, they ask for a room. Now, unfortunately, the hotel is booked entirely for the night, except for one bedroom. And the concierge tells them this as they ask for the room. And he warns them, just so you know, this room is haunted. And the newlywed husband laughs and laughs. There's no such thing as ghosts. I'm sure it's just the plumbing or the AC that people are hearing. That's nothing. Go ahead and give us the room. The concierge shrugs and hands them the key, and they go on up to the hotel room. Now, while they are in the hotel room, they are getting ready for bed, and they put on their pajamas, and right as they slip into bed, and right as they're at that cusp between sleep and awake, suddenly they hear, "If the log rolls over, we all will die." The newlywed wife immediately jumps out of bed. What was that? The husband, wanting to prove that he was brave for his new wife, insists that it's just a bunch of kids down the hall goofing around. They try to go back to sleep, and once again they hear, "When the log rolls over, we all will die." The wife at this point has had enough. She opens the door to the hallway and sees that it is completely empty. Scared, she jumps out of the window to escape the room. No. It's on the first floor. Don't worry about it. She's fine. But she jumps out the window and runs away. The husband, thinking that she's acting ridiculous, tries to investigate further. But after finding that he is completely alone in the room, and hearing once again, "When the log rolls over, we all will die," he too flees by jumping out the window. A couple more nights later, a man on a business trip enters the hotel. He explains to the concierge that his flight had been delayed and needs a hotel room for that night. Like the previous night, the concierge notes that every single room in the hotel has been bought except for one, but he warns the man that the room is haunted. The businessman laughs and goes, "Pish, posh, no such thing." So the concierge gives him a key and says, "I'm telling you, the last two tenants leapt out of the window to escape the ghost." And the businessman laughs and says, "What a bunch of hooey. They were just scared over nothing." So now the businessman goes to the room, and he gets ready to lay down to go to sleep. And right as his head hits the pillow, he too hears, "When the log rolls over, we all will die." But this man was far less jumpy than the previous couple. He stands up and begins to search the room. When the log rolls over, we all will die. He opens the closet door, but alas, nothing is there. He crosses the room. When the log rolls over, we all will die. Noticing that the sound is getting louder as he got closer to the bathroom, he enters the bathroom, only to find to his horror, absolutely nothing. And then, as if someone whispered it right into his ear, when the log rolls over, we all will die. Now the businessman is scared enough that he too leaps out the window to escape the ghost. A couple more months pass and the room remains vacant. But on one stormy, dark evening, a young girl comes up to the concierge and asks for a room. Now, because of the thunderstorm outside, many people have booked the hotel, leaving it once again full except for the haunted room. The concierge looks at the girl, and he finds himself in a bit of a situation. He can't give this haunted room to this little girl when it has made 3 whole grown-ups jump out the window out of fear in the past. But he also can't turn the young girl away because it is stormy and raining. So this time he decides to let the girl use the room. However, he warns her, just so you know, this room is haunted. If you hear something, please come back to my desk and I will try to help you. The little girl nods and she takes the key and enters the room. Once she's in the room, she sees that it is big and dark, but it doesn't scare her. She climbs into the bed and lays down, and right as she's about to fall asleep, she hears, "When the log rolls over, we all will die." Perplexed. That means confused. Confused. The little girl gets up and looks around the room. As she walks towards the closet, she hears it further away. "When the log rolls over, we all will die." But as she gets closer to the bathroom, the sound gets louder. "When the log rolls over, we all will die." At this point, she's more curious than confused. If this is a ghost, why is it worried about dying? And what is this log? Where is the log that the ghost is speaking of? She enters the bathroom, and the whisper is even louder this time. "When the log rolls over, we all will die." She looks around the bathroom and sees that nothing is out of the ordinary. And then she hears the sound come directly from the toilet bowl. "When the log rolls over, we all will die." She opens the lid to the toilet bowl, and there, within the toilet, is an unflushed poop that someone left behind. But on the poop is a small colony of ants that are walking on the log, constantly rolling it in the water and chanting, "When the log rolls over, we all will die." The end. Alright, alright. Yes, that one wasn't that scary. But it is a good story, is it not? You're not satisfied? Alright, well, how about this one? There's a young couple on a date at Lookout Point. They're sitting on the cliffside in their car, watching over the city, looking up at the stars, and just relaxing and talking overall. The girlfriend says, wouldn't it be so romantic if we listened to some music and maybe even danced out under the stars? The boyfriend smiles and flicks the radio on, but instead of hearing a romantic song like they were expecting, they hear an emergency news broadcast. It's just in. There's an escaped convict running on the loose. This man is a tall male in his 50s with a hook for his left hand. I repeat, it is a tall male in his 50s with a hook for his left hand. The boyfriend turns it off, seeing that that is not going to help the romantic atmosphere, but it's too late. The girlfriend is already scared. We should just go home. I don't want to be out here. The boyfriend tries and tries to convince her to stay, but she disagrees. She wants to go home. She's scared. She's afraid that the convict's going to come all the way out there. And the boyfriend continues to try to convince her, but eventually he agrees and they drive off together. Halfway down the road, they start to hear a strange scratching sound on the roof of their car. Unsure of what that sound could be coming from, they decide to continue driving. The girlfriend too scared to pull over and investigate. Eventually, the scratching stops, and then they hear it on the side of the car. The girlfriend insists, please just keep driving, don't investigate, let's just keep going home. When they finally get back to the girlfriend's house, they get out of the car only to notice one hook hanging off the door handle of the passenger side car. How's that one for you? Yeah, now you're hyped up on sugar and too scared to sleep. Yep, my sister is definitely gonna kill me. But does that make you feel better about Halloween ending? That's what I thought. Alright, come on, let's go brush our teeth, wipe off all that makeup, and get ready for bed. And I'll tell you a happier story, okay? Alright, come on, let's go. Hey, hi. Thank you so much for watching this video. I apologize if some of my storytelling is a little bit off. It's been years since I've had to tell these stories, and I have definitely forgotten bits and pieces of them. But hopefully they were still spooky enough to give you the shiveries, the shiveries, the shiveries. All that said, I hope you guys have a great Halloween. Stay safe out there. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like, comment your favorite part down below, and don't forget, subscribe to join the masquerade, join the masquerade, join the masquerade. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.